Here's how to make the best tofu ever that's crispy and sticky and can be used in so many different ways. So let's get into the recipe. Okay, we're gonna start off by bringing a pot of water to a boil. You just wanna use a slightly large saucepan. Okay, here we have a block of the super firm high protein tofu from Trader Joe's, but you can use any super firm or even extra firm tofu, but I would definitely not recommend using silken tofu or firm tofu for this recipe. And I didn't press it or anything, I just wrapped it in a couple of paper towels and patted it dry. But once your water looks like it's coming slightly, like the boils are starting to come, we're going to tear these into chunks and add it into our water. And once you've added all of your tofus into the water, you're gonna go in with about a heaping teaspoon of some salt. The salt is going to infuse the tofu from within, and the salt is also gonna draw the water out of the tofu, so it's gonna make it crispier when we fry it. Let your tofu boil for about 5 minutes on high heat. Okay, it's been 5 minutes, so now I'm going to be removing the tofu using a slotted spoon and adding them into my bowl. So you may be wondering what the purpose of boiling our tofu in salted water was. The main objective of boiling your tofu in salted water is to give it more of that meaty texture, but also to help it crisp up, because when you boil anything in salt water, it kind of makes sure that the moisture goes out of it, which helps the tofu crisp up more. So I feel like since we're saving time and pressing our tofu, this is a great way to just amp up the texture of your tofu and really make it restaurant quality. Okay, so to our tofu, we're gonna be adding a couple of things. Firstly, we're gonna be adding in a 1/4 cup of some cornstarch. So cornstarch is gonna help the tofu crisp up really well when we fry it. And then I also like to add in about 2 tablespoons of some rice flour. This is optional, you can also replace it with all-purpose flour, but I do think rice flour just helps the tofu crisp up and have that really nice crunchy exterior. And then for seasonings, we're gonna be adding in some garlic powder. I like to go pretty heavy-handed with this, as well as some ginger powder and some mushroom umami seasoning. This is from Trader Joe's mushroom umami seasoning, but any mushroom powder will work, and you can also replace this with MSG or really anything that you want, just to kind of bring out some of that umami flavoring in the tofu. I feel like this is what makes a difference to make this tofu taste really good. And then of course we're just going in with some black pepper, as well as some salt. So you can see that I tend to add a good amount of seasoning to this tofu even before we fry it, and that's what's going to allow you to really flavor the tofu from within. Okay, so now I'm going to be using a spoon to just gently coat all of the tofu with our starches and seasonings. You want to be really gentle, making sure you're not breaking any of the tofu as it is still hot, but you just want to make sure that it is all completely covered with this mixture. Okay, we're gonna return back to the stove and turn the stove to medium-high heat. And here I have a cast iron pan that I'm gonna be cooking the tofu in, but you can really use any non-stick pan that you have. Okay, once our pan is hot, we're gonna be going in with about 2 tablespoons of just some neutral flavored oil. You can use avocado oil or olive oil, whatever you want, as well as about a teaspoon of some toasted sesame oil. So toasted sesame oil is gonna give it that really nice, rich flavor, so don't skip this. Okay, with the help of our spoon, we're gonna be adding in our tofu into our pan in a single layer, making sure that none of them overlap. Okay, I've reduced the heat to medium, but you can see that not all of my tofu fit, so I'm not gonna try to force it. I'm just gonna cook them all in one batch, and then I'll go back and do it in a second batch. So on medium heat, it probably needs about 3 to 4 minutes on one side, and then we'll flip it. Okay, it's been about 4 minutes, and when I flip them over, you can see that they're really nice and golden brown on one side, and that's what we want. So just flip them all over and then let them cook on the other side for only about 2 minutes. Okay, it's been about 2 minutes, a little over 2 minutes, and they look beautiful and golden brown, so we're gonna take them out into a paper towel lined plate to soak up the oil. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put the last batch, and I will see you after they're all done cooking. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys the easiest glaze marinade sauce, whatever you want to call it, for this tofu that I like to make, and I've been making this for years. So we're first just gonna start off with about 4 tablespoons of soy sauce. I'm actually using coconut aminos, you can use tamari. Okay, now we're gonna be going in with some of this crunchy chili onion oil. Any chili crisp will do. This one's from Trader Joe's. But I like to go in with about 2-ish teaspoons. I'm trying to get some of the chili part. And you wanna make sure you're including that oil that is in it. Okay, now we're gonna be going in with the rice vinegar. You want about a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons. However acidic you want your glaze to be. Okay, and then we're going in with some pure maple syrup. I like to go in with 2 to 3 teaspoons. You can also use brown sugar, agave, whatever you want. And then lastly, I'm gonna go in with just a little splash of sesame oil, just to add some of that toasty flavor. And we're gonna mix everything up. If you want, you can also add some of that mushroom umami seasoning if you want, but I feel like this is good enough. Okay, believe it or not, we're almost done with our tofu. We're just going to finish off by making a cornstarch slurry. So you're gonna be adding in about a teaspoon of some cornstarch with about 2 teaspoons of water to kind of thicken it out, and then, thin it out, and then we're gonna give us a good mix. And the cornstarch slurry is just gonna help thicken up our glaze. Okay, we're returning back to the same pan. I just wiped it clean of the oil. We're gonna let it come to about a medium heat. Okay, we're gonna go in with our sauce here. And then we're also gonna go in with our cornstarch slurry. And you want to give this all a mix to incorporate the slurry and let this thicken for about a minute or 2. Okay, do you see how it's thickening? That's exactly how we want it. Okay, now we're gonna add all of our tofu into here. Okay, I lowered the heat to low, and I'm just going to toss our tofu into our sauce so that it can completely absorb all of that sticky goodness. Okay, I'm gonna garnish our tofu with some toasted sesame seeds. And yeah, this is how to make the best tofu of your life. It's crispy, it's umami, it's spicy, it's sweet, it's salty. It's got everything you want. It has the perfect meaty texture, and it's ready to be served just over rice with some broccoli, some greens, or you can have it with ramen, noodles, make fried rice. The possibilities are endless. You can make bowls, wraps, sandwiches, really anything you want. This tofu is so versatile and it tastes amazing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below, and I will leave a link to my blog where you can see the full recipe with all the measurements and all the details. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!